where we stay virtuous and not vixen because we are God's favorite girls that are leveling up and transitioning into virtuous women each and every day. If you know that you're a real life it girl, like, comment, subscribe, and hit that noti bell. And be sure to let me know in the comments by dropping real life it girl in the building or real life God's girls in the building. You already know what's up. So, definitely getting back into going live. So I'm gonna make this real juicy for y'all, and if you enjoy it, then become a member. If it's not too much to ask for y'all can become a knit girl today, or just simply subscribe because I love to have y'all here. Thank you for the love and support that my supporters show me, of course. And if you're new, make yourself at home. Today, this video, of course, I'm not going to do a super long intro because we got to get into it, all right? So make sure you catch it all the way to the end if we are serious about your level up. Let's get into it, alrighty? So we're going to talk about the 4 B's, ladies and gents, because I know there's some gents here, and I appreciate y'all too. Other than that, yes, the 4 B's: brains, body, brand, and bums, because we have to throw that in there. We have to throw the bums in there because they be hating, and we're gonna talk about it. And I'm gonna definitely give y'all some personality because always gotta come through with that it factor. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, y'all. But other than that, of course, y'all can drop any Q&As. Like, if you got any questions and you're looking for some answers, let me know, because that's what I'm here to do. And thank you for all the love and support on my videos. I hope it really does something to penetrate your soul in a way that will inspire you to become the best version of yourself. So yeah, I want you guys to understand, all right? When you're a leveled up woman, you're on that journey, or you're just beautiful, you have a lot of things going for you, or even if you are just starting out, right? What you want to do is focus on 3 out of the 4 B's, right? But it's important to focus on the other one as well, but not as, tread lightly, because you don't want to get too deep in when we start talking about the bums and the haters, right? Because sometimes if you don't know how to cope and manage with those things, it will cause you to go into a downward spiral. And that's when majority of the people that want your life will definitely try to trick you out of your position. So as a knit girl, as a smart woman who understands and knows how to protect what it is God has given you, you know how to prepare for what is to come, you know how to use your discernment, so on and so forth. You definitely want to maneuver in wisdom. So yeah, we're gonna talk about it. So let's talk about brains first, of course, because a lot of girls, a lot of women, they got the beauty, right? They lack the brains, or vice versa. But when you are the full package, a lot of the ladies here, I have a lot of the world's most beautiful ladies, most handsome men, smartest, wisest, gifted, pardon me, I already know this. So stand up if you know this too, right? Stand up wherever you are in the world. But yeah, we understand already we're the full package. We have a lot of these things or more going on for ourselves already, right? So it's important that we maintain what it is we have or elevate it to the next level. And you want to cultivate mental strength and intelligence, especially emotional control and wisdom. And one thing I find helps with that is long life learning, like lifelong learning. I'm always saying things backwards. You know what I mean? Like things that will benefit you long term. That's what I'm trying to say. Hey, how are you? I love you. Yes. Oh my gosh, I love you too. Thank you for the support. Thanks for being here. What's up, Farhana? I hope I'm saying your name right. Forgive me if I'm not. Do you believe in Jesus? Of course. The King of Kings? Come on. My dad? My Heavenly Father? But yeah. So you want to invest in knowledge and wisdom. What I find, of course, and what I remind myself constantly is no one can rob you of your knowledge, your wisdom, your skill sets, right? You always have that in the bag. You will always go down in history with, that in the bag. Hey, what's up? So it's important to invest in that. You already know how I feel about investing in yourself. If you are your biggest long-term investment, right, you want to make sure all the investments you're making, doesn't matter if it's in your health, it doesn't matter if it's in your social groups, your friends, your business, whatever it is, right? You want to make sure you are investing wisely and making the best moves. Love how you look. Thank you so much. I see your picture as well. Love the blue. Looking great. I'm on like a different device today, so it's a bit smaller, but looking great from what I can see. Thank you so much. But yeah, another thing when it comes to the brains category, right? Because you gotta have the brains in a bag. All right, no playing. Like, we're not here to be docile and playing around with our future and our level up and really becoming the best versions of ourselves, the way that God intended us to be. You have to understand, and this also plays a huge role in unlearning and relearning, is critical thinking and problem solving. A lot of people lack this, and sometimes they don't even realize they lack this skill set. All right, it's an important skill set to have. Logically, critically thinking, all that good stuff, right? You really want to invest in that, because anything can happen in any situation, big or small, asked for or unexpected, right? And you want to make sure that you are critically thinking about each and every decision that you make. So problem solving becomes easier, when you are able to analyze every situation accordingly. And that's why it's important, especially as a woman, to regulate your hormones, your nervous system, to regulate. Hey, Vanessa, what's up? How are you? Thank you for supporting the channel. Thanks for being here. Oh my gosh, I appreciate your entire existence. Everyone in the chat, thanks for being here. But yeah, so you want to realize that a lot of people lack that certain, skill set. But when you come up in the room with your it factor and your beauty on top of it and all that good stuff that God has blessed you with, people are like, oh my goodness, and don't know how to act, right? So you come through and then they start to get envious. They start to hate. They start to wish it was them. But we're definitely going to save that to the end, because we're talking about the 4 B's, y'all. If you're just entering, how are you? Like on your way in. Thanks for being here. The 4 B's: beauty, brains, body. Beauty is going to go with, of course, the body and stuff. But I'm just giving y'all some of the topics we're going to talk about. And bums, because we need to avoid them at all costs, right? So yeah, another one I'm going to follow up with. Because, of course, I'm trying to give y'all from experience and then from knowledge that, of course, has some type of solidity to it, right? So, yeah, we appreciate you more. I love the relationship series. We need to schedule another session. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Yes, y'all. And I know some of the topics are touchy in the relationship series. And they're going to get a bit, things in life, they get a bit harsher before they get easier, right? So I got to take it there. But trust me, when I come out with like more healing and more how to resolve, so on and so forth, you're really going to see that, the wait is worth it and the fight is worth it. Find the good fight, so on and so forth, right? So, yeah. We're going to talk about all that, trust me. And then, yeah, we're definitely going to talk about the bums. We need to schedule another session. Yes, we do. Girl, I would love to speak to you again. You are awesome. Our conversation was amazing. It's amazing when 1 turns into 2, 2 turns into 3. Just scheduling. I appreciate you. Hope all is well. So, yeah, another thing is the mindset mystery. Because y'all, and I'm gonna kind of not get too deep on this topic because this is a message in itself, and I'm gonna also speak on this too, but I want to speak on why it's important to even keep your intellectual assets and properties protected, right? Because you will even have people come around and ask for your opinion. Oh, can I get your thought on this? What do you think about that? How would you do this and that? Not knowing that that's a way that people honestly like subtly use to siphon your access to opportunities that you can potentially have for yourself, right? It's like, it actually can be demonic if you are dealing with those type of people, but this is why it's important to operate in stealth mode, y'all. If you're a real life it girl, you know what I'm talking about. And I spoke about this in a video, way back, right? So y'all know what I mean by stealth mode. And if you don't, check out that video. But it's important to understand why, the way you respond and communication skills and understanding who deserves your personality, like the best parts of you. That's what I'm saying. Who deserves you all bubbly and happy and you really going deep on the things you're passionate about, so on and so forth. And who is trying to just ask you certain things to get ahead and benefit their life type thing. So you have to really decipher that, right? And move forward knowing that, all right, you exist like for this reason. Like, there can only be one you. Why is that? Like, that's why you exist. So when people are always trying to steal, kill, and destroy, swap, transfer, XYZ, that's when it can turn a bit sinister. But when you're a real life it girl, you know how to protect yourself and maneuver because you are implementing these things. You're serious about it, or you already know about it, right? And you just need to continue on setting the boundaries and being stern, stand on business. Like, you get what I'm saying? So, I'll be looking over here because I'm looking at my little Coca-Cola, all right? I'll be looking over here like, should I take a sip? Should I not? Should I take a sip? I'm gonna just take a sip, y'all. So yeah, to follow up with that, y'all, we have to speak about it. We have to. Emotional intelligence, big one when it comes to the brain, because if you're looking to settle in relationships in the right circles socially, if you're trying to level up your business, maybe you want to do public speaking and you need to stop swearing, stop cursing, you need to really work on your delivery, so on and so forth, right? And that all ties into the way you feel about things, the way you perceive things. That's why it's all about emotional intelligence. If you are trying to, like I said, work on a certain relationship, whatever it is, you need to have that wisdom and that knowledge to say, all right, does this deserve my time or not? And it's easier said than done. But I promise y'all, when y'all are in the moment, whether you're heated, upset, mad, happy, sad, whatever it may be, that's where it kicks in to activate that skill set, that motor skill, and be like, all right, this is the time now where I need to exercise whatever it is that, I need to exercise, right? In order to protect myself and not either, ruin things, set things up to be compromised, set things up to be, in a difficult situation that doesn't necessarily need to even be, right? Because a lot of the people around y'all too, for example, they be putting you all through things that y'all don't even need to go through. Like, honestly, but it is what it is, right? So with that being said, of course, we got to move on to body and beauty. Like I said earlier, I'm going to put beauty and body together. So let me just take a sip. Literally love when it's like freezing cold. It just tastes so good, y'all. When it's like freezing cold, it's like, and it's burning your throat. But not for real. Okay, anyways though, yeah, we're gonna get into body and beauty, of course, right? Because as an it girl, you know that you already, like I said, be operating in these things, or that's your goal. So you already know I gotta come through with the tips, tricks, and techniques, right? So of course we're gonna talk about physical health and well-being, right? Physical health is important. I hate to remind the ladies out there, I even hate to remind myself, we are on a clock, you feel me? Our bodies, all right? I don't know what menopause, like, of course I know what menopause is, and you know what I mean, but it's like, I don't know how long I have until I hit those stages. Of course I'm scared, but I try to do my best to make sure that whenever that is, I'm prepared for that. Of course I'm very young, but just to let y'all know, thinking long term, right, is beneficial than thinking short term and being rational and not thinking about it at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? So fitness has to be a foundation. I mean, you need to understand your body. Like, I'm a type of girly who, based on my diet or what I'm doing, I can fluctuate my body. Like, if I want to be fit, I can eat and do my thing with my diet and get there. If I want to be a bit slimmer, I can do what I need to do fast, whatever it is, work on that, and get there. Like, you know what I mean? And it's all about understanding your body. It's not about going to the gym 80 times a year, 80 times a year, but you get what I'm saying, or 80 times a week. It's not always about X, Y, and Z. It's literally about you understanding your body, how your body, you know, intakes and reacts to lettuce, to tomatoes, to whatever it is you eat day to day that you put together in your meals, whatever meals your body likes the most. Like, you know, when you really eat a meal, you're like, oh my goodness, I feel so good, I feel great, that's my favorite meal. Like, the way your body adapts to things and the things that your body rejects. Like, a lot of women don't take the time to really study those things. Just like how you need to take the time to really, you know, organize your life and stuff and get it together, right? Just like how you need to observe the people around you and be vigilant and study them to a point where, you know, like, so you can know how to operate. You got to be able to protect yourself, but no one to indulge at the same time. You know what I mean? It's just a safety thing. But there's certain things you just have to know, all right? And the healthy nutrition, of course, it's going to play a huge role in that as well. But when you understand your body, that's when you're able to make it do what you want it to do. You know, you can watch 1,000 YouTube videos a day on the smoothies to make and the drinks, the green juices, and the cut back on this carbon and eat this much and go to the gym and meal prep. Or you can just realize that your body likes potatoes more than it likes this. So eat more potato. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, it just depends. And when you really stay to yourself, that's what I'm saying. Y'all have the isolation period, the singleness period, all that. You guys have it all backwards, all wrong. Like, it gets real deep. I even want to talk about it right now. Like, if you want to become the literal ultimate dream girl, like, I want to even talk about it right now, but even just giving y'all those talking points, it would just turn into a whole nother video. And that's a video in itself where I'm really gonna break it down for y'all. Because, you know, us it girlies, yes, we gatekeep certain things and we have certain things understood because we have common sense, right? And we're Holy Spirit filled and led. But yeah, we still put y'all on to certain things so y'all can get it too and level up as well. So it's not always about gatekeeping and vetting, even though it's very important, but that more so pertains to like your personal life and, you know, protecting like your privacy and stuff. When it comes to knowledge and wisdom, that stuff, we should be out here using our gifts effortlessly in a sense, right? Like sharing wisdom and knowledge with people so that, you know, yeah, you know what to do, so I don't need to go on and explain all of that. But basically, that's what I'm saying, you know? If you are the type of person who you want to get fit, but you don't even like going to the gym, period, like, that's what I'm saying. You need to understand yourself. You need to know yourself. And you need to be at the point where ain't nobody can tell you nothing. Like, seriously. Like, of course, they can tell you something, and we appreciate it, and I always say it as well, an unasked opinion. I think I stuttered because I be really wanting to take a sip of this. Like, it's so funny. Like, I be craving this pop right now. But, y'all, like, I love freezing cold pop on ice. Like, you know, I don't know what it is. Just freezing cold pop. Give it to me. On the rocks. You get me? On the rocks with the, you feel me? Other than that, though, yeah. That's why it's important to really study and learn yourself. Like, if you just don't want to go to the gym overall, like I was saying, then don't go. Like, do your thing at your home or whatever. Because if you feel more comfortable and you're more in, you know, your safe space, then you're going to do better. Y'all always want to do the rat race stuff. Like, that's what I'm saying. I go on Instagram, I'm swiping. Okay, you're in the gym, swipe. You're in the gym talking about self-care. Okay, swipe. You're in the gym talking about self-care, swipe. You're in the, but it's like, is it really self-care though, or is it the rat race? Because the results kind of look the same. But if you only would study yourself and attend to your needs and what's going to validate certain areas in your life and excel you in certain areas that you actually need to bring the entire vision together when it comes to the way that you envision yourself and, you know, the way that God intends for people to see you, that's what you need to do. And that doesn't just go for fitness, that goes for every area and aspect. So that's how I look at things, right? You need to look at it like really take control and really you have to understand yourself. Like, that's why the people pleasing and the hanging around and running around doing the rat race with the crowds and stuff, that's why to know. Like, that's why people also with less friends, they do better, because you're not spending all this money at all these unnecessary celebrations and events. You're going out to, you got 10 friends, that's 10 birthdays a year. You're going out to eat crab legs, lobster, whatever it is, y'all, shrimp. Y'all be cracking the lobster legs like that. Oh my goodness. Like, you know what I mean? No offense to anyone who be eating the lobster and stuff. I don't eat that type of seafood. I just eat fish, like certain types of fish. Y'all be cracking the back and stuff, cracking the leg and stuff. Squeezing the lemon juice and doing all them things, right? And it's just like, you know, how's your body gonna react to that? Like, and that's what I'm saying. It just all depends. Like, it's a mindset thing. It's how you really want your life to, what are you trying to accomplish in your life, and how is that going to affect, oh my goodness, affect it. So, yeah. Definitely want to keep that in mind, right? And another thing I'm quickly going to throw into that, of course, is, yeah, like that comes with supplements, whatever it is, if you're taking like vitamins and stuff, what works for you. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. I know the it girlies understand. Y'all be doing your own thing and y'all be realizing that, oh my gosh, this person want to be me, that person want to be me, that person want to be me. It's like, why can't y'all be yourself? Everything I do, or everything I do for my own pleasure and enjoyment on my spare time, y'all be wanting to, you know, do it too. I get those things, but like when it comes to picking things for yourself, whatever, don't be doing the rat race stuff. Like, find what supplements work for you, what foods work for you, and do what is going to enhance what you want to enhance in your body or whatever. Like, say if you want to take vitamin C for whitening for evening out your skin tone or whatever it is, vitamin E or whatever, like, you do that, right? You don't need to go to do this type of cream because Susie over there be doing that or whatever, and she don't need to be questioning you unless it's genuine and you see the issue and you want to offer that also, right? That's an option. But other than that, it's like the whole rat race stuff. Like, do what works for you if you want to see the real results. So that's something to think about. And yeah, lastly, I'm gonna just throw in, for example, too, like, I of course do aerial fitness, little pole dancing here and there, and the thing was, like, I was so skinny during those times, of course, because it's like a fitness thing, like it keeps you fit, XYZ, right? So it's like, I'm not in the gym working out. Like, I see all the girlies doing their summer bodies. I don't need to do that, right? Because I'm already getting the full body workout by doing that, right? So it's like, I'm not gonna drop what I'm doing to go look like y'all when what I'm doing works for me. I look great, like, and then you'll be doing what works for you and you'll be looking better, doing better. And that's what I'm saying. Like, the rat race is really for, so I'm gonna take a sip. Like, I'm about to even just open the next one on the rocks, baby. I love Coca-Cola, man. And I know how bad it is, y'all. But leave me alone, because I don't drink So that would be me. Like if I'm at an outing and everyone has their shots or whatever, you can see me drinking a Coca-Cola. So that's how I look at it. You know, everyone be like, oh, get me a drink of this, get me a Casamigos, get me a Coca-Cola. So it is what it is, y'all. Do what works for you. That's me doing what works for me. I'm not about to start drinking and doing the most because we're out here, right? At an outing, at a gathering, at a business meeting or whatever. Like, if I want to drink a pop, I'm going to drink a pop, and that's final. Like, you know what I mean? So, yeah, we're going to finish up with rest and recovery, right? We're going to talk about rest and recovery because as a woman, your beauty sleep is very important. Not only is your beauty sleep very important, but you want to effortlessly be basking in the things that are for you, right? You don't want to be overworking and, you know, overdoing it all the time. You just have to rest in what it is that you're doing. Even if you're working hard, like, you know what I mean? Rest in that as well. Try to find a place of rest in that as well so you can do better. Because when you feel better, let me know in the comment section, do better, right? Exactly. So it's important to really just understand that, right? And lastly, to follow up with that would be like self-care routines and things that you would do to, of course, care for yourself, right? Whether it's facial masks, whether you like to, you know, do your nails, whether you like to make, you know, desserts for yourself, like whatever you need to do to literally feel better mentally, do that, because you're gonna have to show up for work to pay them bills or whatever, or maybe you're working for yourself or whatever the case may be. I mean, you need to show up to school to get that degree, get that master's. You need to do what you need to do, right? So I mean, life is too short for anyone to penalize you for doing what you need to do to relax. Like, let's be for real. The world is, like, so chaotic and crazy. Like, chill out. If I want to eat a donut, you not going to penalize me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Honestly. So that's what I'm saying. Like, don't let these haters and these bums, we're going to talk about it. So make sure y'all stay. If you're catching the playback, you already know what's up. But we're going to talk about it because they don't even want you to be comfortable in your own skin. Like, they will penalize you for, you know, putting a lemon in your water. Like, what's up with you? I just want a lemon. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, back up off me. Things like that. Like, if I want to do this to feel better about myself, it's just going to be that. But, of course, you want to be careful of that because it can get worldly. It can get fleshly. Discernment, right? I'm not condoning anything worldly or fleshy. I'm just saying, you know, because I'm talking to the it girlies. I expect y'all to already know that, right? So don't take it out of context, of course. But yeah, like things like that, you know, maybe you want to cuddle up in some blankets and watch your favorite show, and maybe you want to do this and that, and maybe you like to, like, it doesn't matter, you know, do what you need to do, and don't let these haters make you feel as if you can't. Simple as that, right? So yeah, that would be, you know, when it comes to like your body and your beauty and your mental and just overall feeling and looking better, of course, your physical, right? Do whatever it takes, literally, because it's important. Like, if you lose your footing, it can be detrimental, literally. Like, and that's what another destabilization tactic that people will use to try to destabilize you, right? Once you lose your footing, like, they'll kick that stool right from under you. That was powerful. Literally. They'll, like, hang you up there, string you up there, and once you start to lose your footing, they're kicked out. Yeah, exactly. So that's what you need to really be cautious of. And really, to finish up on that one, actually, is beauty. Like, you know, experiment with looks and stuff. Y'all be seeing me, you know, for example, in real life, I be doing all types of looks, all type of makeup looks, outfits. I don't care. One day I'll look like a 90s, you know, street rollerblading girl. The next day I'll look like a flight attendant. Then the day after that I'm looking like a, you know what I mean? Like, switch it up, change it up, have fun with your beauty. Like, you know, I know it can get like them religious spirits going, but And we already know the background on like beauty and those things, of course. Sorry, Vanessa, I'm just seeing this. Maybe she, people will literally like they be calling you down, back to back to back to back, and you're just taking care of yourself, trying to go shower, trying to go figure out your bills, trying to go make a meal, trying to call your mama back, trying to call your man back. You just came back inside. You're trying to tell your peoples you're all right. You made it home safe. And people just be, they not returning my calls. They think they're better than me. They think they're busy. They don't even, yeah, we're going to talk about it. Yeah, we're going to talk about it. Yeah, we have to talk about it, like literally. So they be mad that you be yourself and you're taking care of yourself. And it just is sinister to me. Like, I find it so creepy, honestly. Like, you guys don't even understand. Y'all might be like scared of spiders and stuff or whatever. I'm scared of spiders too, don't play. But like, I'm saying like my biggest fear is a creepo, like a creep, a stalker, like someone who's just obsessed with trying to study and figure you out, actually. Like, it reminds me of those movies that they flick on, like the movies. They be flicking on the cameras and then they turn around and they go to the computer like, and then they print the picture and they go to the wall and then they stick it on the wall and then they zoom out and then it's literally like the picture here, the picture, then everything's pinpointed and it's like giving that. Like, that is my biggest fear. Like, is there a phobia for that? Creepophobia, like that. And that's something I dealt with my whole life, because once people find out them gifts and them skills and how unique you are and like how you're so rare and one of a kind, oh my gosh, literally, like it's at the point I walk into the room, people just like staring, like, and I feel like they think the longer they stare, it's like they're gonna figure out this time, this unique beauty that we got going on. You feel me? Like, what, you know? So yeah, it's important to really like really know how to handle those things, right? It's important to handle those things and know how to like cope with those things. Oh, honestly. So now we're going to get into the brand part, because yeah, but before we get into the brand part, and we're almost there, because right, it's brains, body, brand, and bums. So before we get truly into brand, I just want to also say with beauty, like, experiment with your looks, your style, right? I said that, just touching it up, finishing it off. Like, you know what I mean? If you want to start dressing more modest, if you want to work on your wardrobe, real life it girls, we try to update our wardrobes every 3 to 6 months, right? You really have to get on it. And you're probably wondering, like, how am I going to do that? Like, how am I going to shift my wardrobe every 3 to 6 months? Yeah, everything has to be calculated. Everything has to be strategic if you really want your life to be put together, like down to the T, right? So, and that's why you'll see some people are like 60 years old, and that's when they'll finally have like everything all together. But I understand it took them 60 years to do so. If you're getting the knowledge and the wisdom, plus you have the internet, that this is the age of information, right? You can literally figure out whatever it is you need to. Exactly. Beauty is a currency in a form of combat. Right. So you need to understand that, and I appreciate that, girl. I know you be watching, supporting. You're a real supporter, day one, so thank you. Appreciate that. So you definitely have to use that as well. Understand that always comes through at the end of the day. And, I love, like, little background as well with me. Like, I love vintage things. I love, I feel like, even though I don't believe in, like, reincarnation and all that stuff, I feel like if I did live in a past life, it would be, like, in the World War II times, where I'm just, like, you know, or World War One times, but not when the war is going on, but in between those times, a little bit before the Depression, when the money was good, and you know, the husband she cooking, and like it's very vintage with the corset, and I love vintage. The vintage era is like literally in my spare time. Sometimes I click on a black and white film. I don't care, like, or you know what I mean, and I'm watching those. Like, I really love the vintage era, and I feel like, you know, when I dress up and I like wear corsets and things like that, like I just love it. It looks great on me, I feel like. So exactly, to follow up, when I say be yourself, do what works for you, from the health to the beauty. If you need to study your body shape as well, for example, I'll give y'all another, you know, example. My legs are longer than my torso, so I know that like certain jeans don't really compliment me, so I'm gonna wear those jeans. Or if I wear these type of jeans, I'm gonna have to do this type of shoe, or you know what I mean. Like, I took the time to figure it out, right? And that's what you have to do. Like, some people be so focused on the next person, so focused on how they do it, what they doing to get this result and to look like that. Like, no, you need to do what you need to do. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So speaking of like the whole vintage era and stuff, it's like those women, they would just always be looking beautiful, always, you know, tending to the home or whatever the case is. Not saying that's a lifestyle, of course, but not judging that lifestyle either, of course, right? But I'm just saying how things were back then. It's like those women, they maintain the beauty, they stay beautiful, their beauty hacks and secrets too. I'm honestly gonna do a whole video on that, because listen, like, I sat down and watched so much videos. Like I said, I watched my black and white little videos, you know, and yeah, I watched one on like beauty and like beauty secrets from the was it like the 70s or something, 60s, and things like that. So that would be super cool to share with y'all too, because it's crazy. Like, we know, you know, there's nothing new under the sun. A lot of things from the past are here now, just elevated or better. But trust me, if you do a lot of the things from even then, it would be so beneficial, like literally. And it's literally just the simplest stuff, because right, they didn't have all the makeup and the technology and all that stuff that like we have now, right? So but yeah, they made it work. They, you know, made the natural stuff effortless. And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, there's so much tea and secrets and stuff, but back then, like, you know what I mean, you just have to understand that even back then they would know what works for them, like, and make it work for them. Do I wear a corset with this? Do I not? Like, and yeah, understanding your body shape, whether you're bigger or you're more petite, right? You can still do what you need to do to figure out what works for you, literally. So now we're gonna get into brand, because I wanna talk about this, right? Oh, my Coca-Cola. It's done. I'll get another one after. But yeah. So we're gonna talk about brand now, if I'm not mistaken. And then we're gonna get into BUMS. And then I'm gonna close this video out. We're almost done, y'all. So thank y'all. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't yet. And yeah. So I want y'all to think of, you know, when you're doing the work, you're leveling up, and you finally get to the point where you want to establish something for yourself, right? Or whether it's you're trying to turn your hobbies into something more important, whether it's you're trying to establish your business, your brand, right? Whatever it is you are trying to do, you're getting more serious about it. There's a lot of things that go in the midst of it in order to really accomplish what it is and build up what it is you're trying to build up without any infiltration, without anyone trying to sidetrack you, so on and so forth, right? So I need you to understand that you need to start defining your personal brand, whether it's going to be like personal, like yourself, like you're going to rebrand yourself, or you're literally going to start a separate entity brand or whatever business, whatever the case may be. That's something that you may be working on as well. And, you know, if you're an acre, you need to start trying to figure out how you're going to monetize your gifts, your skills, your, hobbies, whatever it is that you may be really good at, that you're super good at, but you're scared to do or scared to put out there, or whenever you try to, here comes the haters, here comes the naysayers, here comes the unsupportive friends, family, you know what I'm saying, that want to discourage you. But if you took that thing seriously, you would be so blessed. Like, you literally know what I'm talking about, right? So I want you to understand, like, consistency and authenticity falls along with that, because good business runs off of, like, the solid foundation you build it off of, the morals and principles, sorry, that you may have going when it comes to that stuff, right? So it's important to really make sure you're following your heart posture. I always tell people, in business, do what you love to do, right? And it's a serious thing when you hear successful people say that, and when they say what I'm about to say, because you always hear it all the time, you be ignoring it though, it's do what you love to do, because you don't want to wake up every day hating what you do. It's such a serious thing, literally. When you wake up every day, I love what I do, like everything. I have several different streams of income and like things that I be doing in my day-to-day life. This is just another one. So hey, but of course, as time goes on, I'll definitely share that with y'all, right? Y'all in my DM. But it's just like when you have a lot of things going on for yourself, you understand these things, right? And you don't dread waking up and going to what you do. And if you want to learn more about that, definitely check out the website, the student portal, or reach out to me, book a consultation, because like I said, I help people do exactly what I do, step into their purpose, right? And see the results. So with that being said, you really have to take that seriously and understand that, things aren't where you want it to be, because you have to really take control, and things of course are in God's control, and there's a lot of things we can't control, right? But you can start by being vulnerable, transparent, living a repentant lifestyle, being authentic, of course, working on consistency, right? And things of that nature. But you definitely want to start pinpointing those things. And another thing I'm going to follow up with is the social media, like, strategy, how you're going to put yourself out there, even if you don't tend to use social media. Okay, say you're writing books. Are you going to try to get your, some publishing and, like, get that launched? Are you going to start up a podcast on YouTube? Are you going to get off social media and hop just right on YouTube and focus on that? Like, what are your goals? Write them down, plan them out. And if you need help with that, I actually have a planner. Check it out, y'all. Check out the planner, literally the Stand On Business Planner, that will help you execute and strategize in order to succeed, y'all. It'll really help y'all. It's not just a little planner, it's a whole 365-day planner on top of the tips, tricks, and you know me, I always be coming with the tea. Clock it. In real life, I really don't speak like that. I just be giving y'all the little lingo and the little slang and whatever. But yeah, you definitely want to start working on, like, your vision board if you do that, or whatever, if you need to visualize it. So you need to cut out the little cute magazines or print some things off, because if you're a visual learner, right, you may have things in your mind that you want to bring to fruition, but you need to see it to believe it. If you're a person that needs to see it to believe it, because you kind of need to work on your faith a bit more, no disrespect, but I'm just being for real. Because a girl like me, I don't need to see it to believe it, to run onto an opportunity that God has presented. I don't need to do all that. But if you need to see it to believe it, that's where I would allow vision boards. Of course, it's very controversial, but you know what I mean? It's like, I only allow it if you, like I said, need to see it to believe it. Like, oh, you need to see the soap to believe it. Oh, you need to see, you know what I mean, this to really believe it. So if you're that type of visual learner, and that's what's gonna, okay, I see it now, I'm motivated to get up and actually go get it, make it happen, that's when I would allow that, you know what I mean? Or just make a huge poster board and put it on your door every day, so when you're walking out your bedroom or something, when you open up the door, you see that, like, you get what I'm saying? You see your vision board, and you just open up the door, walk through it, get your day started, head to the bathroom, do what you're doing, right? So things like that, very, very, very important, right? So yeah, you want to start like your business plan. You want to start jotting down certain things. You want to start really figuring it out, how you're going to generate wealth and residual passive income, right? Um, it's very important. We also know that finances, of course, is a tool, so it does fix a lot of problems. And I'm a girlie that doesn't really care. Like, not to say I don't care about finances and those things, but really and truly, I'm so caught up in the passion I have for the things I do, and you know how good God is, and just life overall, right? Those things just come effortlessly. That's what I'm saying. Like, literally, effortlessly, they will flow into your life like a river. Like, literally, all your fruits will spring forth without measure. Literally. So just keep that in mind, y'all. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind, right? So if you need help just getting more inspiration on that, check out the Silent Business Planner, because that would definitely help with like starting to spark those ideas, those creative skills, helping you put your ideas, right, on paper, like so that you can write it down, you know, like write it on the table, start to understand that you really need to do what it needs to do to get things going. Do what it needs to do. Do what it do. Like, you need to do what it do to get things going, right? And, you know, of course, the social ladder and climbing it, networking, collaborating, partnerships, all that kind of stuff is what, after you really establish what it is you're doing, like you're building up your business, your brand, whatever, in private, that's when you start to really start putting yourself out there and hanging around like-minded people, or people that are more advanced than you, that won't be jealous haters because they already are in position, or they've already went through what it is you're going through, right? So they have no reason to be jealous, envious, you know, unsupportive. They can actually support you and give you advice or show you the next step. And get what I'm saying? It's very important to understand that, like I always say, being in the right rooms at the right times with the right conversation is exactly what's going to get you where you need to be. And a lot of people lack that. Like, I was even explaining to a girl the other day that, yeah, like, she's too catty, ratchet, ghetto, aggressive, always arguing for no reason, always yelling for no reason. You don't even know how it looks on the outside looking in. And hey, if that's how you are, great, that's your personality, because I know I'm different, so that ain't got nothing to do with me. Why would I care, type thing? But I care when you're using that to fumble the opportunities, ruin opportunities, things like that. And especially when you try to explain these things to people and they don't necessarily receive it the way you intended for them to, whatever the case is, right? That's when it gets a bit like, oh, you know. So, yeah, you definitely want to keep that in mind, like, especially when you're networking and collaborating too, who you bring around during the process, who you have around, right? Things you're going through. You don't want to be out networking in a group, in a room of millionaires, billionaires, people who can change your life literally overnight, or just by, like I said, a conversation, just by your presentation, whether you're presenting yourself or your business or whatever you're, you know. You don't want the wrong people around you ruining your opportunities. And even if they're not the type to be like confronting and ruin your opportunities outright in the open, like majority of these haters do, they will try to downplay you, trying to get in that brain, trying to get in your mind, trying to, you know, so that you don't even want to step up to the plate to do what you have to do, to go for that promotion in the workplace, to, you get what I'm saying, whatever it is that you're up against, right? So yeah, it's very important to just be mindful of those things and be mindful of where you're going, where you're spending your time, right? Because it's important to really focus on that. And of course, we're talking about the 4 B's, y'all. Or should it be 5 B's, but no, I'm putting beauty and body together. I'm just calling it body, right? Brains, body, brand, and BUMS. We're talking about it. We're talking about it. So I definitely need y'all to stay for this, because this is definitely gonna be the end all be all to wrap it up, the cherry on the cake, you know what I mean? Because we don't really pay too much attention to the haters and the bums, but you can't be so naive, dumb, and docile. No offense to anyone just for splurging out dumb, but I'm literally saying like dumbfounded and things of that nature, you know, to allow these haters and these bums to literally cripple you, to literally come up against you, cause identity crisis, midlife crisis, whatever type of crisis they're trying to afflict. I mean, these agents of chaos, like, we're gonna talk about it, literally. So, handling the haters and the bums, right? You need to really acknowledge the reality of haters. Why they hate, why they do what they do, why they say what they say, why they stop at nothing, why they are relentless, why they see it won't work at times, but still are persistent. You know what I mean? You have to understand that when you level up, there will always be people who try to bring you down. It's literally, like I always say, it comes with the territory. It's a part of the journey. And why is this? They're intimidated, they're threatened. But it's not just to throw those words out there. It's really and truly because they automatically just start looking at you like you're nothing. Like you come in the room. And take it from me, like I'm a black girl with short hair on the natural size, and we're not gonna play around. You know my ways be swimming all the time, baby. Especially when I switch up the color, do all that. But you know, like I know my hair is definitely a unique trait that asset. I'll say asset that I be having, in, you know what I mean? Especially because, you know, I've been a part of the Baldy gang for like 13 years now. So it's literally my look. So the things that, oh, thanks, Vanessa. Thanks, girlie. I appreciate you. But yeah, so it's like my look or whatever. So people will literally always try to like, they did until, you know, I really bossed up and showed them, like, don't play with me. It's your multi-millionaire bestie. But, you know, they would try to automatically just see you walk in the room and yes, you're turning heads. Yes, this, that, and the third. But they'll instantly start going to, but why is she turning heads? Is it because this and that? And da-da-da. And, of course, they can't admit, right, that it really you and you're it. You know, your it factor has them questioning, has them intrigued. They start to downplay it. And of course, you know, those people that want to act like you don't exist, that you're not there, XYZ, and they're doing it simply because you're there. Like, it's so backwards. It's like that type of people. Like, you have to understand, right? Like, it just reminds me of so much situations, you know what I mean? Literally, it's the it factor, like. It is the it factor. But no, they won't come and discredit you, like, oh, you ain't all that. You this, you that. Oh, you looking like this. And you say, maybe you're just chilling at work, or you're just out, or you and your friend are going to go to the mall quickly or whatever, and you just throw on, you know, you still look good, but, like, you just throw on what you throw on, and you just go, but you still looking good, or you look decent or whatever, or you don't need to do all the makeup. You don't need no, you know what I mean? You can pull it both ways. Makeup, no makeup on them. So you and your friend, your jealous, hating friend, going to the mall or whatever, and they're like, oh, you always look like this, or you always dress like this, and then you're just giving da-da-da-da-da. You know, they just be hating all the time when you are literally, you don't need to do too much. If anything, you're trying to dress down because the attention. The attention. You get what I'm saying? Things like that. So it's like, they be hating, and it's really because they're bummy, and we're gonna get into why. You get what I'm saying? But you need to recognize, like, those that overly are criticizing you, right? Or trying to basically, like, detail your flaws or break it down to you, or, you know what I mean? Like I said, the impolite, the mannerism isn't there. Like, it's, I always say, an asked for opinions is literally impolite manners. Like, nobody asked for your opinion. Of course, we're not discrediting your opinion or whatever. You can say what you say, how you feel, whatever. Okay, cool. But just know it's a bit impolite, like improper manners type thing. So just, you know, if we didn't ask for your opinion and we are the type of people who need someone else's validation, approval, thoughts, XYZ to move to the next level, we don't really need to do all that. But back to what I was really saying, right? About the people who will try to bring you down for, like, dressing down, this and that and the third. The more they hang around you, they just find out that you're really it. That's what I'm saying. They really find out that you're really it. It doesn't matter what you're wearing. Like, you can put on a trash bag. Literally. literally put on the trash bag, right? Go outside and you're still pulling men, you're still pulling women who want to be your friends, you're still getting opportunities. Oh, come let me talk to you about this. Oh, you're cool, you seem pretty cool. What's your social media? People want to connect with you. You're magnetic even in the trash bag. Remember they tried to throw you in the garbage? They put you in the trash? Oh, you almost forgot. Yeah, we're gonna get into it. We're literally gonna get into it, right? I need y'all to recognize that, like, literally. People, these type of people, they'll try to derail you from the whole plan. You know, when you're on your 3Bs, right? Here comes the 4th B. When you're on your brains, you're really leveling up your mindset, right? You're doing it when you're on your brains. When you're really working on your brain and your mindset, because it's a mindset thing, right? Your body, your beauty, and your brand, right? All that good stuff. Here come the bums. Here come the haters. Like, haters gonna hate, right? So, I mean, you can't really let these things, like, distract you because they want to leave you disoriented. Like, literally. The strong delusions they try to place you in. The gaslighting is crazy. Like, whenever you feel like you are literally questioning your reality, like, for example, you'll say hi, and that person will say hi, and then 5 minutes later, they all come and say, you never said hi to me. It's like, are you delusional? No, you never said hi to me. No, and they'll gaslight you in that situation. Like, and you literally know you did. Like, what is the argument about? That's when you be starting to gaslight yourself and falling into it. It's a distraction. It's trying to disorientate your reality. Literally. Now the decision making is distorted. Now everything you're trying to do is all out of whack, right? You need to really think about it. So, really understand that these people who be hating, these type of bummy people, they don't want to see other people win. Like, as long as you're doing as good as them, you know the saying, but it's don't ever try to do better. Like, don't ever in your life. Like, that's how they be thinking. Like, don't you ever in your wildest dream imaginations do better than me. That's how they be looking at you and thinking, right? Bummy. Like, actually. So, that's something you really just want to consider. Like, they will try to literally sabotage your progress, whether intentionally or unintentionally. These people will literally stop at nothing. Crash dummies, certified crash outs. Like, understand they will crash out at making sure you never get to where you need to go. So like I said, you're working on all your B's, right? You're standing on business. They don't want to see that. They don't want that for you, right? So what they're going to do, whether it's in group effort or individually, is gang up against you to come up against you. And you know what I mean? It's just like, there's so much things you can do to literally spot the negative trolls, whether they're online trolls or people who gossip and slander you, in your face all the time, miserable, or behind your back, right? The ones that want to belittle your success, they're envious of your growth. They don't like it because you're simply outgrowing everything. They try to snare you in, set you in, so on and so forth, right? It's like you start to really see how people feel about you, right? How much they care about you. And this is where the whole protecting your energy comes in, because these people with the, these bums out here, the ones that act real bummy, the one that be talking, they are bummy. They be talking all that ish. You get what I'm saying? Makes sense, right? It literally makes sense. What you can do to protect yourself is just stay positive and focus on, like, your personal growth. and how to protect your energy from the people that are trying to drain it all the time, right? Like, back to the self-care stuff we're talking about, back to the, you know, recharging, rejuvenating yourself when people are always trying to come up against you. What are you going to do to get back to where you need to be, right? Like, let's talk about setting boundaries with these people who you literally know don't like you, don't want the best for you, don't want to support and help you. Whether it's muting, blocking, or simply cutting ties with them, right? Overall, if it's not something that y'all can bounce back from or, you know, move forward from, because a lot of these haters, these bum people, they're not solution-based. They don't have the resources. They don't have what you need to move forward, so it's not beneficial anyways. It's more so a trauma bond or some type of attachment to whatever. Or, you know, don't be the type of people that are attached to people and only have a bond in friendship because of the way y'all be gossiping and slandering, right? So things like that. Like, these people will use criticism as fuel, right? They will even reframe criticism as motivation, like, actually. And it's something that you really just need to know how to transmute into something that's going to benefit you. Literally, everything that is negative in life that tries to afflict you, you need to work on transmuting it into something that will work out in your favor, big or small, no matter how, you know, easy or hard it may be to do so, right? It's just important to really surround yourself around like-minded people and people that understand that these type of people do exist. They're real, right? Because it plays a huge role in your healing, having a positive support system. And if you don't necessarily have a good support system, right, we've all either been there, done that when you're in your isolation period, or you're cutting everyone off because God is letting you know that these people need to get canceled, whatever the case is. It's like, yeah. Try to surround yourself with people who know that these things are real. Like, if you're around a whole bunch of people who don't have spiritual eyes to see and hear, or they can't hear the voice of the Lord, of course they're going to penalize you and make you feel as if like you're crazy, right? When you get around people who have seen these things, who know about these shapeshifters, for example, who've seen them firsthand, who like literally all types of crazy stuff, then you will understand that you aren't crazy. Things like that, right? So back to what I was saying is, like, these people using criticism as fuel, right? It will fuel them to continue to nitpick, and they love to see the slow kill, the change. Because, of course, you're strong, and, you know, sticks and stones may hurt your bones, whatever. Sticks and stones may, yeah, we get it, okay? We get it. Until they keep doing it, like, literally, you know, I almost said repetition. I mean repetitiveness. I meant to say repetition. Is very important. That's what will sink a lot of things that go on into your subconscious and superconscious mind. And this life is getting super long, so of course I'm almost done though, of course. So yeah, but yeah, so of course that's what's going to play another role. Maybe you don't believe certain things that you're hearing about yourself, or that people are doing to slander your body, your brain, saying you're crazy, you're mentally ill, you don't make no sense. What they're doing to slander your brand you're trying to build up, you know what I mean? They do all types of crazy stuff. Like, you really have to rise above, right? Don't compromise your vision, literally, for no one or nothing. And they will be sent on assignment to do that as well. They want to see you give up. They want to see you give in. They know they couldn't do what it is you're doing. So if they can get you out of it, you would never ever see the blessings that God has for you anyway. So it's like a win-win to them. And you can't let these haters like get away with that. That's what I'm saying. Like, ugh, come on, y'all. Don't be slacking out here. For real. Like, you have to stay true to yourself at all times, right? No matter the outside noise. It's very important to block out and flood out that outside noise. Like, honestly. People will be throwing shade. They be doing all types of crazy stuff. And it's literally because they see your potential and they just don't want you to see it. Like, if you know your potential and they know it too, if they hate and envy you, they're going to start to cause you to question your very own potential. Because you have this potential that you have the drive to actually turn it into something. Like, your potential and their potential is different. Like, they just have potential. You have potential and everything else to literally turn your life and that potential into something huge. Literally. So if they can make you feel like you don't have any potential at all, you're not even going to transform what you need to do, the inner and outer work, none of that, right? And the projecting with all of that too, the projecting their problems, emotions, feelings, XYZ, like, it's literally their problem and not yours, but they'll try to make you feel like it's as if it's yours, like gaslight you. And that's why having bums around when you're working on those B's, like I said, brains, body, brand, all of that. Like I said, beauty goes in with, you know, with body. That's when they're going to try the character, you know, annihilation attempts. They want to come after you. They want to steal your star, things of that nature, whatever, you know, cultural background or however you say it, right? It gets pretty demonic, like literally. And not only with the transfer of like spirits and stuff they try to do onto you, because they basically want to dump whatever it is, the trauma bonding, trauma dumping. How about we talk about that? Huh? How about we get into that? Right? The smear campaigns, the revenge campaigns, I mean, let somebody who act like this feel like they need to get revenge on you. Matter like a whole campaign at that. You see how they be campaigning the Biden administration and the Trump administration and vote this and that? Yeah. The revenge and the smear campaigns on top of it. These bums, oh my God. And to lastly finish off this video, it's all about rising above the hate, the naysayers, the shapeshifters, the pocket watchers, right? It's all about rising above, for sure. You have to keep moving forward. Like, you literally can't be set back, because that's what people are trying to do anyways. Like, anytime you feel like giving up, letting go, that's when you know whatever it is in effect. Like, you are giving the devil what they want. No, right? And I feel like when you're rising above, you know, you need to actually like let the haters teach you how to control your mouth, how to protect your energy from being siphoned. Like, let the things that they do, because we would know already the wealth of the sinners for one is stored up for us. So to paraphrase and all that, but so it's just like, let everything that they try to do, just like how they say, let the haters make you go harder, let the hate fuel you, right? Exactly. Like, it's all a mindset thing. It's how you perceive things and how you're going to use it to make yourself better. That's what it girlies do. We don't crash out, we don't go down. Yeah, like, we level up, we elevate. Like, we never downgrading, nothing. Not a mindset, not this, that, the third. And real life it girls know that it's all in the mindset. Your mind's very strong. Your mind can bring your dream life. Like, you can be living under a bridge and then bow, you change your mindset and now you're in, you know, position, literally. But I know when you're in that predicament under the bridge and it's cold and you're hungry and so on and so forth, it's hard to really have that mindset that you are rich, you are a winner, so on and so forth, right? But that's where the training your mind, and say the haters come while you're training your mind and working on unlearning and relearning and really just shaping your mind to see the positive in every situation. And the haters try to come and nitpick at that even more to really try to destroy that. Maybe you're at your wit's end and they're still stopping at nothing, right? That's when you really have to just understand that's what's going to come with the territory, and you need to join. You need to join. I rebuke that in Jesus' name. You need to flood out the outside noise, literally. Cancel it out. Yeah, because that's what they'll do. And it's like a domino effect of questioning yourself, this, that, the third. You get what I'm saying? You know, not trusting, disbelief, so on and so forth. So, yeah. Just always remind yourself that, you know, the most successful people in the world, they face some of the worst criticism. Like, some of the people who have the best success stories, they've been through it all. And that hate, that loneliness, that whatever it was, that rejection, they literally balled it up, like that inside rage and anger, like they balled it up and they put it in that business, they put in that brand, whatever it was, came out on top. Like, literally, some of the most successful people, honestly. So they face the craziest criticism and hate. And let's talk about the support. Like, how do you know they've had support? Like, we can look at Tesla, for example, and like Elon Musk and all that stuff. Like, look at all the support now. Everyone with cars that run off of energy, everyone's so interested in what he's doing with AI and this and that and the robots and you get what I'm saying? But how come when he was like, just imagine, right? You're back there, like, say you're in your teen years with Elon Musk or whatever, and he's talking about all these computer and science, neuron links, you know how they be. Like, he's on his computer and he's like a whole nerd, right? As they would say, right? You're just a nerd, you're just a twerp, or whatever they be saying. Look at him now, though. But just imagine that, like, no one knew what he was talking about. It's like Noah building up the ark. No one knew what he was talking about. Everything thought he was crazy. He making no sense. We don't see the vision. You need to rise above, like, for real. Like, honestly. So, yeah, just really consider that, because even I got to a point where I was sick of it and I rose above, right? So it's important to understand that you're not going to allow them to win. You're not going to let these haters control you or manipulate your energy. You're not going to let them decipher or decide your outcome. They want to decipher it to figure you out, right? You want to operate mysteriously and be unpredictable. You want to safeguard the best version of yourself for the people, places, and things that desire that deserves that need that. So I'm gonna end off the video here. This was the 4 B's. You already know. To be honest, I'm gonna throw in one more B just to close this video out. The blood of Jesus. Yeah. Let's talk about it. Yeah. You thought we wasn't gonna talk. Yeah. You thought we wasn't gonna talk about it. I heard that you thought we wasn't gonna talk about that. Yeah. We sprinkled the blood of Jesus, the crimson blood of Jesus, all over the girlies all over the world. And just to top it off, when you're leveling up and you are, you know, either you're focused on the 3 B's and here comes the 4th, so it's the 4 B's, you get the 5th B. You get what I'm saying? Right. Like, you get the 5th B. And you make it do what it do. Stay virtuous, not vixen. Thanks for being here. Support the shop, y'all. Take some master classes, enroll, because all the master classes will help you in the area of hair, beauty, knowledge, business, wisdom, how to understand, like, credit, if you want to start repairing or building your credit, like things like that. You know, I just give y'all the little tips, tricks, and techniques that y'all can add on to your day-to-day life and level up to see the results. Alrighty, so thanks for being here. Y'all are the absolute best, and I'll catch up with y'all later on. And I got a video for y'all coming out tonight, so if you're up late, lying in bed, just pondering, thinking about your future, whatever, be sure to catch that one. Hit the noti bell, and I'll catch up with y'all later.